Hi, I'm Jeremy the Motivator, and this motivational speech is called Are You Raising Your Children or Is Culture? In this segment, I like to outline some values, values and beliefs we have in this socio-cultural experience of life, the socio-cultural. From a sociological perspective, that is the areas of our experiences in society that are heavily influenced by what is the mainstream view on human behavior, the overall sources of our influences, the narrative, and how exactly that is influencing the youth. I'm going to dive into my own personal experiences and I'm going to talk about how role models and people that are influencing the youth from a young age to sort of cultivate their understanding of the world around them and what they should value in life, what sort of value system they have from within, and how family could play a more ideal role in shaping our young people's view on the world. And when they don't, the mainstream discourse is feeding our young people via culture with social cultural values and beliefs, the culture, music, the role models of celebrities, movies, TV shows, the dramas, the things we do in our spare time, hobbies, interests, passions, the way we think through social media, the discourse, and how people are thinking within the social groupings, the way we identify, and the role models that are actually influencing us. I myself am still a young adult, but adulthood, meaning the stage of exiting adolescence, is not merely based on age, but significant social life experiences, significant experiences in development. Because maturity, as I'm sure you're aware, does not just come about by the age, but by your experiences. But to get way more specific, I'm going to dive into the areas which culture may be raising your children more than you are. What do I mean by this? Well, let's start with men. I believe every male role model with the right values, morals, ethical principles within their heart should consider themselves needed as a motivational speaker. And what I'm saying is that's a responsibility. The role models. Because in culture today, you could look around you and see the older males. And how exactly are they influencing the youth? How? Well, if you listen to the music, whether you like it or not, you have to acknowledge it plays a significant part in influencing the youth's mind through the culture. Take, for example, Tupac. Tupac said, "Money over bitches." Snoop Dogg once said, and I quote, "Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks." Now, who in their family, for young males, is advocating similar motivational speeches? And if so, what sort of moral values, what sort of good are you promoting? Rock and roll, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I believe that every young male should be told at some point that yes, sex is good. It's gonna happen. But what's even better is one day making a family. To see more responsibility in yourself. And although so many times parents want to be that safeguard, don't do this, don't do that. And it's coming from that impulsive, that fear, that caution, danger. Oh no, don't be wild like me. But at the same time, you know these things are going to happen. So let us restore in our young males' parts virtue, to be a chivalrous knight, to respect women. Because Tupac didn't say money over women. He said bitches. Snoop Dogg did not say, and I quote, "Women, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks." Snoop Dogg did not say women ain't shit but hoes and tricks. See, the implying of the term bitches and women, although I may sound blunt, I'm being culturally relevant. Because this is what's happening whether you like to admit it or not. And how you deal with it as a significant role model in these young males' lives is dependent on your ability to be a motivational speaker. From my perspective, as a man, learning from my own experiences and thinking how we need to raise the next generation to be more than players. And I'm not advocating against that. I'm just saying, if in one hand the culture serves you this, and in the other hand the family values tell you this, we need a better moral guideline to talk to the youth about, so that culture does not raise your children, but you do. And I'm just saying, tell those young men that one day they're going to mature. One day they're going to believe that it's necessary to serve a purpose, to have responsibility, and to raise children of their own. Tell them that at a young age while you know they're still kids, because it takes a lot for a boy to become a man. And it's the experiences, and it's what you learn along the way, what you're told by those you look up to. And if the only role models out there are Snoop Dogg and Tupac, what do you think they're going to become? Let us bring back some chivalrous knights. Let's bring back that virtue. Let's bring back that honor. Because, heck, I think it's a great thing for a man to really think that wanting sex is actually wanting to make children. I think that is a biological necessity in the male's mind to want sex. It's a fact. Men want to spread their seed. But we're not getting that conversation with the sex talk. But if we are, then we could tell the young males that that's a good thing. That your urges are actually to make another you. Because what's more powerful than the creation of another human being, living, breathing, flesh-born person? That is our God-given power to procreate, to make a family. And we're all one family. We're one species. Too many times people associate having kids with affording it and having a house and stressing over bills. That's not the point. Inside your heart is that feeling to love and have family and friends that you connect with and to build with. This world should not be just individualism with people running around in a rat race. The culture is destroying our sense of importance with family.